All right, guys, time for a little bit of an update, okay? We're out in the garage getting ready to lift, so I'm gonna get a lift on when we're done here. Now, it's been, 2-3 weeks since my last post. I had started 75 hard again, going for round 2, and found it a bit difficult to stick with it. Kind of go through the motions, if you will. Like, I feel like, I've been there, done that. I got the t-shirt. I was hoping it would kind of keep me accountable, and it was keeping me accountable, right? And it was keeping me working out, keeping, reading, all that jazz. And I was doing it, kind of felt like just going through the motions. But I like it. I like the idea of the couple workouts a day. I like the idea of reading and, not messing around on my diet, stuff like that, right? But as things happen, we had a little bit of a celebration this last weekend, and I decided, you know what, I might have a couple drinks. Well, with 75 hard, you can't drink. So I'm starting over again, kids. It was my buddy's birthday. We had a bunch of couples all out. We were having a good time, and just decided, you know what, I'm gonna have a drink. It wasn't so hard for me, and I don't know if this is a good thing or a bad thing, but it wasn't so hard for me to break the 75 hard. I really, truly think because I did it, I got through it, I did it, as to the T as possible, all that stuff, that it was tough for me to, or to have, I don't know what the right word I'm looking for is, but I think with the last time through, or the first time through, I was on a time frame, right? I wanted it from this time to, June 31st, right? So I needed to be done by July 1st. So I had the timing in. I was not going to mess up. I was not going to have to restart or anything like that first time around. But the second time around, I'm not on a time crunch here, right? So I found it a little easier to break the habit. And I don't know if that's a good thing, bad thing. The whole idea of the 75 hard is getting that discipline back in my life. And I did that, but I was able to, be not disciplined. Okay. So I don't know what I'm really trying to say here or not. I don't feel like I'm letting anybody really down, because my life is not always going to be about discipline, right? Even though I kind of want it to be, right? But, there's going to be functions where we're doing stuff with friends and family and stuff like that. And, I can't keep doing 75 hard for the rest of my life, right? I'm going to try to take some of the principles of it, of course, but it's a little tough to kind of keep doing it. And, I think, I don't know exactly what I'm trying to say. I'm kind of stammering here because I didn't really think about this as I was jumping in here. I was just coming out to work out, but, I just started talking. Okay, turned the camera on, started talking. But I am going to start again, okay? So, I feel like, I'm going to keep doing it until I can't do it no more. So I'm going to do, taking day by day. So we're going to do it one more time. I'm going to give it one more go. Well, not even a try. I'm going to do it, right? But I don't know. I don't know what I'm trying to say here. I got no motivational speech or no pump up here. I've managed to stay under 300 pounds, which is a huge goal of mine. We celebrated my buddy's birthday on last Friday, and then we were out of town for the whole holiday weekend. And I ate like hell. I had a few drinks, nothing exorbitant. I didn't get hammered or anything like that, but a couple of drinks at dinner or whatnot. And it takes its toll, right? I always come back from a trip like that where I feel very bloated and uncomfortable. My stomach's a mess, especially when you're, trying to more or less eat clean, and then you go balls out and have heavy dinners and, heavy breakfasts and all that stuff. So I think, that really did hurt me this weekend. But again, my goal is to, lose weight, but also keep my muscle, keep some health, stay off my pills, all that stuff. And, I'm keeping little goals as I go, right? and I want to be at, I always want to be under 300 pounds for the rest of my life, right? So goal number one, right? We've done that. Feeling good about that. Even when I mess up on a weekend or, eat too much, eat a late dinner, whatever, I'm still managing to stay under that. So that's very important to me. The next part is, so I've lost that 50 pounds to get to that point, right? Give or take. And then what you guys don't know, or I don't know if I've discussed it, is I started off at, damn near 340 when I started the little journey that I've talked to you guys about. But at my heaviest, I was 380. So I'm damn near down 100 pounds, from my heaviest in life to now, okay? We're going to keep working on that. I would like to be, in the 250, 260 range, which for me, a guy like me who's, although it's covered up, I have a fair amount of muscle underneath me, right? Underneath the fat, right? My build can handle 250 pounds and I look pretty dang good with it and I feel pretty dang good with it, right? So that's kind of what we're shooting. I'm going to take it slow and steady, just like I've been doing this whole time. Like I've talked about it before in other videos that like I can drop 40 pounds in a month. I mean, you could too, but it's not healthy. It's not sustainable. So I like doing the 1 pound, a week, 2 pounds if I'm feeling frisky, right? Now this week it'll be a bit different because I'll have all the holiday weekend shenanigans. I'll be able to knock off a lot of that. So it'll show a 4 or 5 pound, drop this week, but that's water weight, bloated, whatever. So that's not really what I'm talking about. So I'm just gonna keep at it, that 1 pound a week ish, right? Just stay where I need to be. Doing 75 hard again. Today's day one. We're starting over again, right? So I've taken my picture, diet, tracking it, all that good stuff. Got some water in. I took I started a pre-workout, stuff I ordered. So I'm very feeling it. I'm ready to lift some weights right now. And then, getting the workout in right now. I'm gonna read, walk later on with Mrs. CJ. She's still doing it. She didn't drink at all, so she's still doing her thing. Our friends there, they're still doing their thing too. So I just, I knew what I was doing. I did it. Now I'm gonna pay for it in the gym. Get a little sweat punishment, right? And we'll get going, okay? So guys, again, this is a long journey. This isn't a 75-day journey. This isn't, an overnight thing. I'm not going to be on here every week or, every other day or whatever it was, right? But, I'm going to let you know where I'm at. And I'm being honest with you. This is where we're at. And we're going to take it and run with it, okay? So I'm looking at the timer on this video. We're over 8 minutes right now. So I'm going to cut this off. Like, subscribe, all that jazz, if you will. Comment down below. But you're getting the real and raw right now, and I hope you appreciate it. So, okay, I will catch you on the next one, guys. Cheers.